Electricians are getting their stuff handled. Well, everything's looking alright, I guess. Getting ready to do the porches. Stuck them flashing right here. Keep the water off that little bottom section of that rim joist down there in the mud sill. Finished soffits up here and the trim. Put the blocks up for the GFIs and the lights. Oh, you got that nail grabber, huh? Well, Saturday morning. Hope I get something done this weekend. Windows, siding, something. Still, almost every wall has something that still needs. So there's hardly any wall where I can just go crazy and get the siding done on it. You can do the gable. No penetrations up there. Right here, there's going to be a meter over there. And a couple penetrations on this side for the mini split ductless heat pump. So can't really go crazy on the siding on this wall. Had to do some backtracking on my deck, and once I kind of got everything figured out finally of how it was all going to work, I realized that it wasn't going to work the way it was designed, so I had to kind of redesign it. I had to pull these pads out of here that were already poured and in the ground because they were too high and it wouldn't leave room for the bracket, the girder, and then the joist and the supporting post. There wasn't enough room, so I had to dig it all down. I hadn't had the ground at grade quite yet, and it's a little closer, but it's still got to go down a little more. But I got to pull all this down. I had to get the grade pretty close because we're going to have stairs coming off here. The girder was supposed to attach to these poles, but this cement is so high, there ain't enough room. So I got to pretend like them posts aren't even there. Basically build a deck around them and not use them as any of the support. So I got to pour all new pads in here, and then I'll just run a girder going down this way and one going down this way to support my joists, and the joist will overhang a foot or so, which is fine. And then that gives me enough room to put a post down in here. I'm going to put a cement footing here for the post that'll come up. The stairs are going to come down here. So the post and the rails will be tight end down here. It'll make it real strong, sturdy. And it'll also give something, you know, sturdy to bolt the stairs to. Anyways, should make a nice strong connection. And the front's the same way. Everything's too high, so I gotta redo what's up front the same way we redo on the back. So we're getting some concrete right now. And like I say, I gotta get something done today. I'm tired of backtracking. Looks pretty, don't it? I don't know how I shorted myself, but that's as far as I got. Still got the other side to do too. Anyways, I gotta figure out if the company shorted me or if I just didn't order right. But man, I only got half of what I needed. Less than half. So, I'm gonna move on to windows. And windows are a 4 or 5 stage deal. First thing I did was pitch this plate up in the back there and then put some shims in it. Got a concrete poured. Did that this morning. And we poured a pad for the heat pump. Pitch this up a little bit. Put some shims under here, so if water gets in here, it does drain out instead of in. That's the first thing you do. Cut the Tyvek back. Tape it. You want to air seal as well as water seal from that paper to the inside. And then I'll wrap this plate here with the butyl sticky stretchy tape, and that'll get this pan set up. You go up about 6-8 inches, come down, stretch it around the corners, and then this will make a nice waterproof pan down here. Then you put caulking around the window and put it in. Get it centered up, leveled, true. Make sure it opens and closes proper. Screw it in. And then treat the side with some of that membrane tape. Peel up the Tyvek up the top here and put the flashing on the top, some more of the membrane, and then put the Tyvek back down and tape it. So it's quite a few steps, all kind of shingled. Keep the water from coming in. A couple more windows in. That's what it looks like with all the different layers. Flashing at the top, Tyvek taped up over the top of all that. Seam sealed in there. So it should be pretty good. Starting to starter strip for the siding down there. Still waiting for doors. A couple of undecided penetrations for like where the heater is going to go through. You know, still waiting on a couple things, but we got a lot of work keeping us busy. Got all the siding done on the front, the window done up there, and the flashing. Finished the soffit up there. Did a neat little, another little piece of flashing up in that corner where there was a hole. So I got that all taken care of up in that little cubby hole up there. And we're just trying to finish up all this loose ends so we can get this siding done. See how far we had to dig down for the deck. Too bad I didn't know what I was doing from the start, and the guy that was helping us do the foundation, you know, I could tell when he was setting it up, he knew something wasn't right, but he didn't know how to figure out the height. And anyway, had to change the design. I think I already described that earlier. And the county better not mess with me, but this should be pretty sturdy, pretty strong, acceptable. 2 more windows left, and then the sliding glass door, and then the exterior doors. So yeah, it's getting there. Got the pad poured for the heater. It's gonna sit right there. Heat pump. Might as well do a quick little update before my fingers get all messy this morning. Got all the windows in. Can't remember what I filmed last time. The heaters showed up. Mr. Cool DIY mini splits. I'll show that later. Electrician started putting in some of the fans. Plumbers have been here and redid this pipe. They gotta fix this truss that they sawed through. Got the garage ready for pea gravel. Next Tuesday, maybe. Get cement in here. We've been doing siding. This is the first part we've done. Get it up, get it seam sealed, ready for paint. And we got a few weeks left for the rainy season. This wall is going to be next. Put the block for the outlet there. I got a door in the back of my truck. Put a door in, and this is the longest wall in the house. We'll get this done this weekend. Get it all seam sealed, get the soffit seam sealed, make sure the fascia is all seam sealed, make sure the trim's all seam sealed. Can't do this wall here because we gotta wait for the backer for the electrical. I got the dryer vent in here. Made a backer board, some flashing over it. We could do the first 3 or 4 or 5 rows on this wall. And then we could finish this wall here. We could put the sliding glass door in, finish this wall. And everything's ready to go on this wall except for the location for the power. I'm pretty sure it's going to go right over there. I got to have conduit coming up. One of the mini splits is going to be right here. And one of them will be on the other side of that window over there, right up by the ceiling. So the conduit actually has to run straight up, make a 90 that way, 90 that way, and then through a hole in the wall, and make another backing plate for that. It's kind of a bummer when you stretch this tape too tight. Look what it does, but it'll be alright. I'm going to put some more on there just to hold that down. This is holding that part of it down, which is the important part. And none of this is stretched. It's just the stretch part that wants to come back over time. Morning. Oh, the sun doesn't want to get up as early as me these days. Horses are still napping. Got a little bit of the siding done. Finished the gable up there. Toward the top is the hardest part because it's way in the air and you're always cutting angles up and down, up and down. Sure is looking more like a house, isn't it? Got that door hung. Turned out really good. Opens and shuts perfectly. And then both the gables are done up here. Turned out pretty good, so I'm gonna be busy seam sealing. Hopefully get caught up seam sealing on all the siding that we put up. As my boy continues on with this. Got a pretty quick method instead of using the level to check every piece. Just get this stick, and I marked it 6.5 inches. So you just walk around, put the stick against the fascia up there, and line it up and nail it, line it up, nail it, line it up, nail it, all the way down. And it comes out perfectly level. It's way quicker. Got flashing on top of all these pieces, just like the windows and the doors. The rain's gonna start coming, so anyway. And all the seam sealing done. It's ready to paint. Ran out of seam sealer on this side. We got this part done. This is the longest wall. All that that's seam sealed too, that whole gable. Ready to paint. Where are we going to put that one now? Right there? Where's that going to leave the gap? Good. See, we got these little spacers cut. Just put them in the gaps. a busy week. Got all the siding on except the porches. All the seam sealing done. We were here till 9 o'clock last night. And then I got up this morning before work. Did the seam sealing over here. And then they're in there pouring the concrete right now. For the garage.